KXO El Centro, California.
I'm Bridget Condon with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. With the NFL Draft now just over 2 weeks away, Colts head coach Shane Steichen predictably didn't reveal much when asked Wednesday about their plans for the 4th overall pick or if a trade for Lamar Jackson was a possibility.
I'm focused on the draft, and I'm focused on the guys that are in the building right now. That's where we're at.
Meanwhile, it's been over a month now since the Giants placed the $10.1 million tag on running back Saquon Barkley. And according to Kim Jones of Newsday, it's a tag that the 26-year-old running back has no intention of signing. Barkley is looking for a long-term deal and is not expected to participate in any Giants offseason team activities. Packers running back Aaron Jones, on the other hand, isn't upset about reducing his salary from $16 to $11 million for the 2023 season. Jones told reporters, quote, "I didn't want to be greedy. I want to help the team and help them get as many guys in here as we can." This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Like any good agent, we're here for the open house, for the closing, for handing over keys. But because we're realtors, we're here for so much more. Agents who are realtors volunteer at nearly 3 times the national average. We're working to broaden access to credit, increase affordable housing supply, and ensure fair housing for all. And realtors are bound by a code of ethics. We're here for it all. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
And we are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California. Let me check the captain's logbook. It's star date Thursday, April 13th, 2023. In the newsroom, Gene Brister. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning. Good morning.
A little bit of wind last night, again.
Again and again.
Yeah.
And again.
I can't say I'm getting used to it. I can't say I enjoy it, but the alternative is not as good. Yes. I missed this. I don't know if you saw it, but Reese's, the peanut butter cup people.
Yeah, Reese's Pieces.
And Reese's Pieces. For Easter, they had something new. It's Reese's chocolate peanut butter scented plastic Easter grass. You know, the stuff you put in the bottom of an Easter basket?
Yeah.
Yeah. Easter grass that smells like chocolate and peanut butter. Okay. Why not?
Pretty exciting.
Yeah. I'm surprised they don't have a candle for that.
Well, they certainly can't find something to hold a candle to it.
Yes. Oh, okay. And I have to admit, if I'm going to be eating chocolate, which I do not do very often, I, have no problem with a Reese's peanut butter cup.
You have no problem with eating it or taking
eating
it from one of the
smelling it, whatever, yes.
Yeah, taking it from the grandkids.
Yes. And licking off your fingers when, you get some of it stuck there.
Yeah. Asking them to go get something, and while they're gone, you raid what they had there.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I'm talking about candy.
I don't know if you remember, but the Masters Golf Championship wrapped up last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And as you're well aware, winning it, it turns you into a household name. Yeah, just ask, what's his name? The dude that just won.
Yeah. He's from Spain.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Okay. But, yeah, so much for being a household name, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
What did you say? Oh.
Are you ready for birthdays?
We've got birthdays.
We're going to jump in with some big shot birthdays. Actor Edward Fox is 86. Singer Lester Chambers of the Chambers Brothers, 83. Composer Bill Conte, among things he did were the Rocky film themes, a lot of TV shows in the 70s and 80s. He's 81. Musician Jack Cassidy of Jefferson Airplane, which became Jefferson Starship and then became just Starship, is 79. Musician Al Green, 77. Actor Ron Perlman, 73. Actor William Sadler is 73. Singer Peebo Bryson, 72. Max Weinberg plays drums for the E Street Band, 72. Keyboard player Jimmy Destry of Blondie, 69. Comedian Gary Kroger is 66. Actor Sandra Santiago, 66. Actor Paige Hanna, 59. Actor, comedian Caroline Ray is 59. Little Ricky Schroeder is 53. Actor Bokeem Woodbine, 50. Singer Lou Bega is 48. Actor Glenn Howerton, 47. Actor Kyle Howard, 45. Actor Kelly Giddish is 43. Actor Courtney Peldon, 42. Actor Allison Williams, 35. Actor Hannah Marks is 30. Local birthdays coming up.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Let's celebrate today's birthdays. Happy birthday, Sylvia Kaiser, Angelica Heisel, Ashley Mendoza, Camilo Gonzalez, Henry Prue, Vanessa Walls, Vicky Cedeno, Robin Dodge, Jesse Lewis, Alicia Loschek, Emily Damara, Destiny Davila, Michael Anderson, Hilda Carrera, Diana Torres, Julie Vasquez Barrera, Emily Jackson, Candace Hall, Jackie Ramos, Hector Mercado, Mark Larson, and Martha Vindiola. Happy birthday from KXO. And coming up this weekend, lots of things going on this weekend. You want to know about them? Check out our website, kxoradio.com. And, of course, fun stuff pops up on our Facebook page all the time. You can check out our Facebook page. And what we're doing right now, Gene, as you know, we're on YouTube. And I look at our YouTube camera coverage, and I realize I really need a haircut.
Yeah, you just noticed that then. Huh?
I just noticed that. I never took
what you
the
probably
time,
can't
but,
see.
We'll tend to that today.
Somebody started a mohawk on you. You just can't see because it's on the back.
Oh, okay. Well, I was hoping for a mullet as opposed to the mohawk.
You know, you could flip a coin there,
Yes.
whether you wanted the mullet or the mohawk. I always used to tell Tristan I was going to give him a mohawk, and he didn't know what a mohawk was, but he'd say, "No, I don't want a mohawk."
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think, blue spiked mohawk would be, I could pull that off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Okay. Are you ready for some news?
We got some news this morning.
We're going to jump
weather.
in. Yeah. We're going to jump in with a look at World and California news headlines brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, they are your year-round comfort specialists.
CBS News Brief. A week after classified documents showed up on social media, President Biden has made his first public comments about them. Correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
Mr. Biden says a full-blown Justice Department investigation into the leaked documents is now underway. He was asked for an update on that probe.
They're getting close. I don't have an answer.
The Biden administration opens Medicare and Obamacare for people whose parents brought them here to the U.S. illegally. CBS's Linda Kenyon.
The plan would expand coverage under the Affordable Care Act's health insurance exchanges to hundreds of thousands of immigrants brought to the U.S. illegally as children. Many of them have grown up in this country.
More than 2 feet of rain has fallen on parts of South Florida, in some cases all in one day.
I've never seen anything like this. I've lived here for the last 4 years, and as much rain as we get, this is the worst I've ever seen it.
Runways looked more like lakes at Fort Lauderdale Airport, which has been shut down. It's due to reopen at noon local time. CBS News Brief. I'm Peter King.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi critical of those calling for Senator Dianne Feinstein to resign.
It's interesting to me. I don't know what political agendas are at work that are going after Senator Feinstein in that way. I've never seen them go after a man who was sick in the Senate in that way.
California Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna leading the calls for Feinstein's resignation, saying the health issues that have kept her from voting on key issues in the Senate have neutralized the Democrats' slim majority. Feinstein asking to be temporarily replaced on the Judiciary Committee, but vows to return to Washington when her doctors give her medical clearance. California will get $175 million from a settlement between 6 states and e-cigarette maker Juul. State Attorney General Rob Bunt is saying the settlement holds Juul accountable for marketing its products to minors.
California will receive $175.8 million for e-cigarette research, education, and enforcement, the biggest state settlement yet reached with Juul.
New effort to fight the state's opioid epidemic. Lawmakers taking up a bill to require schools to have plans. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, for maintenance, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
Here at NerdWallet, we often see people struggle with financial decisions, like with Helen. Hey, Helen.
Hello.
Helen, you're all over the place.
I'm trying to pick a rewards credit card, and I've ended up, everywhere.
With NerdWallet, you don't have to feel all over the place. NerdWallet has side-by-side comparisons of top credit cards. So whether you need a card for groceries or travel, the smartest card for you is right there.
Wow. Now I'm in one place with the right travel rewards card.
Nice indeed. NerdWallet, the smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
News Team 5's News on the 5s. This just in. KFC is introducing new Kentucky Fried Chicken Nuggets. For more, here's Kelly Nichols.
Thanks, Gary. These KFC chicken nuggets are tender, juicy, and highly sauceable. As one team put it, no cap. These nuggies are straight fire. Gary?
Thanks, Kelly. Sounds bussin'. That does it for news. Order KFC's new hand-breaded chicken nuggets on the KFC app. You've never had nuggets like these. That's finger-licking good. Price and participation may vary.
And it's page one of the local news, page one of service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations in the valley to serve you. And remember, Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Thursday morning, a sophisticated money laundering organization with ties to the Sinaloa cartel and the Imperial Valley has been taken down. The organization also attempted to extort money from 2 individuals accused of stealing from the organization. A 2-year investigation by FBI and DEA has resulted in the indictment of 12 people, including 3 with ties to Imperial Valley. The organization allegedly laundered at least $16.5 million for the Sinaloa cartel. According to information, the investigation began in the fall of 2020 after the complex money laundering operation was identified. The organization used a series of shell companies incorporated in Wyoming to launder cash for the cartel. Cash was collected in Chicago, Omaha, Boston, New York City, Baltimore, and Philadelphia, as well as other cities, and then delivered to the employees of the organization. It was then laundered through sham companies and moved to Mexico. In the extortion plot, 2 of the individuals indicted are accused of threatening 2 people who owed a drug debt to the organization. The 2 victims were driven around Imperial and San Diego counties to collect money from bank accounts they controlled. FBI learned of the ongoing extortion after being alerted by an informant, Federal agents began tracking the movements of the suspects. The victims were driven from El Centro to National City, where one of the suspects was arrested after a traffic stop, and the two victims were rescued. The government operation led to the seizure of $1 million from accounts controlled by the organization, plus nearly $200,000 in bulk cash. Among the 12 indicted are Ricardo Torres, 30, of El Centro, Kimberly Reyes, 24, of Mexicali, and Hector Francisco Vizcaíno Moreno, 33, of Calexico. Well, you have the ability to report defective streetlights if you've ever asked yourself if that was possible. Here's George Gale to have more.
If there is a defective one in your area, report it. Imperial Irrigation District says streetlight maintenance is a shared responsibility of the city, county, state agencies, but most importantly, to the IID. If there is a defective streetlight in your neighborhood, contact the city first, but you can also alert the IID on their website. You need to provide your street and identifying marks on the defective pole. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
KXO News Time, 7:44.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for Real Central Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentralmotors.net. El Central Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
In other local news, a vehicle ended up in a ditch early this morning. The accident occurred at about 5:30 a.m. on Austin Road between Evan Hughes Highway and Ayton Road. A vehicle went out of control and struck a utility pole and then ended up in a canal. The occupants of the vehicle were able to get out. The Imperial County Sheriff's dive team was activated to retrieve the car. IID crews were also called out for repairs to the district property. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations in the Valley, at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and at the Imperial Valley Mall.
Dr. Marcus, please report to pharmacy. There's an issue affecting many children that I can't solve alone. It's called toxic stress. It's how a child's body responds to difficult experiences, from harsh language to a painful loss. It builds up inside, making it harder to fight off infections and illnesses, and increasing the risk for lasting health issues. But there are steps parents can take to help. Learn 4 things you can do to overcome toxic stress at first5california.com.
Page 2 of the local news and weather, served by K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Great Japanese food. Sushi rolls, like 50 different varieties of sushi rolls, one for every state.
Continuing with more local news, El Centro Regional Medical Center has a new chief. The hospital held a press conference on Wednesday morning and announced that Pablo Velez is the new chief executive officer of the healthcare facility. Velez has more recently been CEO and senior vice president of Sharp Chula Vista Medical Center. Velez, a native of Puerto Rico, will begin his new job on Monday, April the 17th. Velez has a PhD from the University of San Diego. He has over 2 decades of relevant experience working with Sharp Chula Vista in providing health care in border communities. Velez will work with and leverage UC San Diego's health experience and capabilities to bolster El Centro Regional Medical Center's oncology and cardiology services, expand access to life-saving clinical trials, and bring reliable radiological and imaging services to Imperial Valley. Velez is a UC San Diego health employee. Well, something I had not thought about. Recycling centers have made a comeback, or they're making one after the pandemic. Here's more on the story.
They are now making a comeback. Imperial Valley Resource Management Agency says there are now recycling centers in Brawley, Calexico, El Centro, Hodeville, and Imperial. There is a catch, however. The IBRMA says you should call before going to a site to dispose of your plastic, aluminum, or glass. Call 1-877-RECYCLE for the number and a location of a recycling center near you. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
It's the city of El Centro's turn for cleanup. It'll be this Saturday at 599 East Main Street in El Centro. IBRMA will be available at the event. There will be free drop-off from 8 a.m. until noon for El Centro residents only. You must show proof of residency, a utility bill, or driver's license. Among the items being accepted will be computers, monitors, TVs, passenger tires, light truck tires. Rims will also be accepted. For more information, go to ibrma.org. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, serving you fresh and delicious Japanese food. Also giving you great customer service and a menu full of items for everyone's appetite. Check out their unique Estates sushi rolls, one for each of our 50 states. And come join them with their famous sake bomb, a thrilling event with James Chingon. Make a group reservation at their cozy patio or cater at Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, 416 South J Street in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4440. Visit them at KSushiBarandGrill.com.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says a dry weather system will move through the region today with partly to mostly cloudy skies and temperatures dropping to a few degrees below normal. The cooling trend will continue into Friday with high temperatures across the Imperial Valley in the upper 70s to low 80s. A warming trend will then be seen over the weekend as high pressure builds over the region. The Imperial Valley and Yuma Valley temperatures are forecast to just top 90 degrees for Sunday and Monday before dropping back into an 85 to 90 degree range into the middle of next week as dry conditions continue to prevail. 91 our high yesterday, 61 the overnight low. Wind gusts peaked at 43 miles an hour. Gradually clearing today, it'll be sunny for the most part with a high near 79. West winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 30 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 52. West winds 20 to 25 miles an hour, gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. Those winds decreasing to 15 to 20 miles an hour after midnight. Friday, sunny with a high near 81. West-northwest wind 5 to 15 miles an hour. Sunny on Saturday with a high near 86. East-southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. Sunday will be sunny with a high near 92. Light and variable wind becoming south-southeast 5 to 10 miles an hour. 63 degrees, 50% relative humidity. Wind out of the west at 20, gusting up to 40 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news, served by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Check out the daily lunch specials. The dinner menu features 16 different entrees. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we engineered the truck of the future for everyone. Ford F-150. Available with a Pro Power onboard generator and a variety of cab configurations for whatever you need to haul. Because the truck of the future isn't created for just a few. It's for America. Ford F-150. Drive one today. We want your trade-in. Get a 2022 or 2023 Ford F-150 truck with 0% APR for 36 months. Only at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford Credit APR financing. 36 months at $27.78 per month per thousand financed regardless of down payment. Down payment may vary depending on credit. Not available on Ford F-150 Lightning, F-150 Tremor, and F-150 Raptor models. Place a new retail order or take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer's stock by 7/5/23. See dealer for residency restrictions, qualifications, and details.
And it's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA action last night. The Bulls beat the Raptors 109-105, and the Thunder rolled past the Pelicans 123-118 in the NBA play-in series. Coming up tomorrow, the Bulls and the Heat, the Thunder and the Timberwolves will meet. The real playoffs will start on Saturday.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Major League Baseball, the Mets beat the Padres again 5-2. The Angels slipped by the Nationals 3-2. The Dodgers beat up on the Giants 10-5. Elsewhere, Royals rolled 10-1 over the Rangers. Braves nipped the Reds 5-4. Blue Jays edged the Tigers 4-3-10. The Rays continue to win 12 in a row. They beat the Red Sox 9-7. Athletics topped the Orioles 8-4. Marlins nipped the Phillies 3-2 in 10. Diamondbacks dumped the Brewers 7-3. Astros shut out the Pirates 7-0. Twins topped the White Sox 3-1. Yankees edged the Guardians 4-3. Mariners clubbed the Cubs 5-2, and the Cardinals rolled over the Rockies 7-4. And Jeff Bezos is not going to bid on the Washington Commanders, ending a pursuit that struggled to gain any momentum. So no money there. And the Green Bay Packers and the New York Jets still talking Aaron Rodgers deal. Will it happen? I don't know. Who knows? That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
My name is Shelley Wilkinson, and I am an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially among those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. They also offer live scan fingerprinting to the public. U.S. inflation at the wholesale level continued its downward slide in March, with annualized price increases sinking dramatically to 2.7% from 4.6%, according to the Producer Price Index released today. On a monthly basis, producer prices slumped by 0.5%. Elsewhere, stamp prices are set to tick up again. The U.S. Postal Service said this week that it filed a notice with its regulators to increase prices on first-class mail stamps to 66 cents from the current 63 cents. If approved, the change would take effect in July, raising the cost of mailing a first-class letter by about 5.4%. The Postal Service said the hike was necessary to offset a rise in operating expenses. And the owner of Tiffany and Dior got a big boost when China reopened their economy. Shares of LVMH The world's biggest luxury group jumped to a record high after it reported strong first quarter sales, buoyed by the economic reopening of China. So what's going on Wall Street? Well, reacting to some more positive news, we see some green. The Dow up 135 points at 33,781. The S&P 500 up 26 at 4,117. And the NASDAQ up 158 points at 12,086. Gold up $24.30 an ounce. Oil right now, oil is flat. And by the way, word is out of Washington, the next cost of living adjustment for Social Security is allowed to be less than 3%.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Hile in El Centro.
Gradually clearing skies today. It'll be mostly sunny as the day goes on. Look for a high near 79. West winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 30 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 52. West wind 20 to 25 miles an hour, gusting up to 35 miles an hour. Those winds will decrease to 15 to 20 miles an hour after midnight. Friday will be sunny with a high near 81. West-northwest winds 5 to 15 miles an hour. 65 degrees, 47% relative humidity. Wind out of the west at 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 35 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal. You'll find them at the corner of 4th and Hile in El Centro. CBS News just ahead will take you around the world.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. A federal appeals court has ruled the commonly used abortion pill, mifepristone, can still be used for now with some restrictions. CBS's Sarah Ewell-Weiss.
Essentially, the FDA allowed for a non-physician to start prescribing the drug in 2016. It also allowed for this to be given out without going to a doctor's office. The other thing was in 2021, the FDA allowed for this drug to be sent by mail. That restriction will remain in place as well.
The second of two black Democrats expelled from the Republican-led Tennessee House has just been reinstated. Justin Pearson's been sworn in a week after he was expelled for taking part in a gun control protest on the House floor.
Doors that are open to everybody in the state of Tennessee, not just rich somebodies, but everybody, not just straight somebodies, but everybody's, not just Republican somebodies, but everybody.
Representative Justin Jones was allowed back to office Monday. The Biden administration says it intends to make health insurance coverage available under Obamacare to hundreds of thousands of people brought into this country illegally as children.
To get the Affordable Care Act passed, then President Obama insisted the reforms would not extend insurance coverage to immigrants here illegally. That affirmation led a GOP congressman to shout, "You lie," in the House chamber. Now, more than 13 years later, the Biden administration says it will enact a rule extending Medicaid and ACA exchange coverage to DACA recipients. The administration will, for this purpose, determine that those in the DACA program who were brought here illegally as children are lawfully present in the U.S.
Correspondent Stephen Portnoy reporting. President Biden says the Department of Justice is zeroing in on a suspect who may have leaked secret government documents online. Speaking in Ireland, Mr. Biden also says,
I'm not concerned about the leakages. I'm concerned that it happened, but there's nothing contemporaneous that I'm aware of.
The Washington Post is reporting the leaker is a young gun enthusiast who worked on a military base. There are calls from Republicans and from some Democrats for the oldest-serving senator, Dianne Feinstein, to step down. The 89-year-old has missed 2 months of votes as she recovers from a case of shingles. Correspondent Scott McFarland is on Capitol Hill.
In a statement last night, she said her return to Washington has been delayed due to continued complications. And also, in a rare request, she asked Senate Democratic leaders to temporarily fill her seat on the pivotal Senate Judiciary Committee. That panel's work confirming federal judges has been partially stalled in her absence.
The Dow is up 136 points. This is CBS News.
Hire with minimal effort and maximum success with Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Every piece of land has a story. The Upshaw's right there is with a John Deere 1 Series tractor they call Penny.
When your project comes up, you have to just jump in and figure out what is it going to take.
From front loader to backhoe, the Upshaws have the tools to DIY all day long. Run with us on a 1 Series tractor and start telling your story. Get a 1 Series tractor starting at $134 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
From town councils to Capitol Hill, agents who are realtors are advocating for what's right. We're working to increase affordable housing supply and ensure fair housing for all. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
When you're trying to hire and fill open jobs, the searching, screening, and interviewing can become its own job. You need Indeed. They're a powerful hiring platform that makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
New study tracks restrictions on teaching critical race theory in schools.
UCLA law finds that between 2021 and 2022, more than 500 measures affecting how students at K-12 schools learn about race were introduced. Professor LaToya Baldwin-Clark says 241 of them have been adopted. She calls it a coordinated political campaign.
This is not something happening from the grassroots. I think that that's absolutely wrong. We can see all of these organizations who are coming together.
Critical race theory looks at the way society perpetuates racism and exclusion, and advocates say conservatives are trying to rewrite history. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
There's something new on the way for Harry Potter fans.
Welcome to Hogwarts.
J.K. Rowling is back to executive produce a Potter TV series for the newly combined HBO Discovery streaming service, Max. Max says it will feature an entirely new cast. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.